Someone you know has 5 extension cords. They bought the first one because they needed it. They bought the second one because they forgot they had the first. By the 5th one, they basically funded a small hardware store from their own basement. That someone might be you. And all of this starts with an extension cord. Here's the thing about clutter nobody talks about. It costs you, not just space, money. A man I know needed an extension cord one day, didn't have one, or so he thought. Went to the store, bought one. A few months later, needed another one. Went to the store, bought another one. 3rd time, same story. Then one day his wife decided to sort out the basement. She found 5 extension cords, 5, in various boxes, various corners, various stages of being completely forgotten. He didn't have a storage problem, he had an awareness problem, which, when you think about it, is the same thing, and that's just the extension cords. Imagine what else is down there. Think about the last time you couldn't find something. The keys, the scissors, that charger that lives somewhere near the couch, presumably breeding with the other lost chargers. You didn't lose 10 minutes. You lost something harder to name. That quiet feeling that your life is theoretically under control. Because here's what nobody tells you about clutter. It's not a mess. It's a decision you never made, repeatedly, daily, for years. Every single thing sitting in your basement, your drawer, your closet. It's a question you postponed. Do I still need this? Is this still me? And the longer you postpone it, the heavier the house gets. You're not storing objects, you're storing unfinished conversations with yourself. And unlike most conversations, these ones come with a lot of baggage. Boxes from 3 moves ago, clothes from a person you used to be and frankly weren't that fond of either. Gifts you kept out of guilt and not love. Every single one of them is still talking to you, quietly, constantly, using up energy you don't know you're spending, and you think, I'll deal with it eventually. Eventually. Humanity's most optimistic word, and most expensive one. There's a story about a couple moving to a new house. Bigger, garden, 2 bathrooms, the whole dream. The husband wanted to put everything in the truck. Every box from the basement, every broken thing they meant to fix, every bag of "we'll sort this later." The wife said, "No, we sort first, then we move." He thought she was being difficult. Annoyingly so, she was being a philosopher. Because you can move to a new life, but if you bring the old baggage, you just get the same problems with a nicer view. New neighbours will still annoy you. The plumbing will still conspire against you. Your mornings will still feel like something is quietly wrong. You can move as far as the dark side of the moon and your chaos will unpack itself before you do. Clutter, it turns out, is remarkably well-travelled. Here's what the tidying is actually about. This is the part most cleaning advice completely misses. When you hold an object and decide this no longer serves me, you are practicing the most difficult skill a human being can learn. You are practicing letting go, because what lives in your basement is a mirror. The beliefs you inherited from your parents but never examined. Those are boxes you never opened, the emotions you carry because you were told they were yours. Those are bags you never unpacked, the version of yourself that other people needed you to be. That's the clutter in the room you never go into. Cleaning your house won't fix your life, but it might be the first decisive thing you do. It's symbolic, yes, but symbols matter. They move through us in ways logic never quite reaches. When you throw away what you don't need, really throw it away, not move it to a different shelf, which is just clutter with better posture. You send yourself a message, I am someone who lets go of what no longer serves me. And that message, spoken in old coats and broken toasters and spice jars from 10 years ago, lands somewhere deep. The first step to changing your life is rarely the dramatic one. It's usually a Tuesday afternoon in your attic with a bin bag. The emotional cleanup is harder, the beliefs, the patterns, the toxic loyalties. That work can take years, sometimes a lifetime. Sometimes you never finish. Some people never start. But you cannot decide to stop carrying emotional weight while refusing to throw away physical weight. The mindset that hoards objects and the mindset that hoards old wounds, that's the same mindset, just wearing different clothes. Laurie Anderson once sang, Paradise is exactly like where you are right now, only much, much better. When I first heard that, I thought she meant better circumstances, better weather, better luck. Someone finally loving you the way you deserve. Possibly also a parking space when you actually need one. But she didn't mean any of that. She meant you are here. The necessary change can also be here. The paradise, if there is one, begins in this room with this mess on this perfectly ordinary Tuesday that you were planning to waste anyway. So, your basement, your attic, that drawer in the kitchen that requires a specific ritual to close properly. The one that's basically a self-contained ecosystem at this point, a junk drawer. And I use the word junk in both senses of the word. You know exactly what I mean. Start there. Not because it will immediately transform your life. It won't, not by itself. Transformation is rarely that convenient. But because the person you want to become, they don't live in the clutter. They just haven't had room to move in yet.